Yeah, it really works. Gives it a little more bite too, which is nice. You know, get a little sharper hit. You know, I don't know if I'd do it forever because vaporized alcohol probably isn't too good for you, but uh, it's it's working.
Did you do that to just straight alcohol?
It's a little too thin, so you have to thicken it with some glycerin. That's the real key to these things. Is it's basically water vapor, but it's made through a glycerin, so it's made thick enough so it doesn't overwhelm the atomizer. So it just has to be a little thicker than. You have to put some kind of thickener in it. So you couldn't use just straight alcohol. You got to put a little thickener in it. Well, you could do it, but it just doesn't work very well. It doesn't vaporize very well. Yeah, it's interesting. Just I don't even know whether you can. I wonder. Well, I guess you absorb some of the alcohol, I guess, but it's such a small amount, so minute amount doesn't matter. But yeah, you must absorb it pretty well.
Gary, which number of the vaporizer is that? Is that the 401, the 402?
No, it's the 901.
I don't remember which one I was told to buy the 401 version. Let me see if I can find the link.
Yeah, well, these seem pretty durable. I mean, the only complaint I bought some new batteries and some new atomizers just in case, and one of my batteries is fucked, and it just kind of pisses me off. I mean, $13 for a damn battery, and so I gotta see if they'll give me back, give me an exchange or something. But they've been pretty good, reliable so far. This one company. But yeah, I got a problem too. I'm thinking maybe I could get another charger, but I should be able to make my own goddamn charger. It shouldn't be that complicated. I mean, they are really complicated. I mean, I took the damn thing apart, one of the batteries, and there's a lot of shit in there. I mean, there's little integrated circuits and shit, and it's not that simple. But they ought to have like the battery truly separate from the electronics, so you could just buy a replacement battery. It's just a lithium battery, and just make a real durable switch, because the switch that turns it on and off is in the battery, and then this thing has the atomizer. So it's kind of silly. I mean, they ought to probably have all the really important parts in the one piece. Yeah, well, the USBs I've seen are just USB battery rechargers, so I haven't seen one that actually plugs into the cigarette. But if they got that, yeah, I'll get me one of those, because I made my own, but it's kind of like, it's kind of lame. it's a little under engineered, but it works. I mean, when this battery goes dead, I won't have a battery because my other one's recharging. So then I'll have to go back to my electrical one.
I like that thing. It makes you look like you're smoking out of a computer hookah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it definitely solves the battery issue. These batteries, like I said, I just don't want issues with them all the time. So if I can sort of get used to the wire, I'd probably like to go that way. I just haven't figured out a good way to have the switch. It's because these switch on and off when you blow. As you shuck on it, it turns on. So I have to duplicate that either by breaking another one of these battery things, which I don't want to do until the battery's dead. Because the first one I broke, I just broke it too much, so I couldn't use the on-off switch. But it's really delicate electronics too. It's really hard. I mean, it's really micro crap, and I got a big bulky soldering iron, and so it's kind of a bitch. So I just want to maybe I'll just come up with a good finger switch. Because you really have to be careful, because if I plug this thing in, I got to remember I got to unplug it, because the atomizer is just going to get red hot, so it'll burn it up. So I just have to I got to figure out a system. I want to actually get the atomizers injected. I want to get them like surgically implanted in my nose or something. And then I could just, I could just smoke all day. Just, oh yeah, breathe through my nose when I smoke, and that's all I'd have to do. His hair up. What the hell is that? Gary never has his hair up. Yeah, well, whatever. I really don't like the hairless look, but whatever. Women's are weird. Just no accounting for women's taste. So, but no doubt in the summer I will do that now and again. Yeah, I really don't care. I'm past Remy. I slaughtered him so thoroughly in my video that I feel quite done with him. He's dead to me. His little ghost can fly around if it wants to, and I really don't care.
Remy's dead? Oh no.
Yeah, well, it's kind of gonna be hard to tell the difference, don't you think?
The comment made me think of you like Pac-Man and Remy as a kid. You just fucking munched him.
Yes, beep beep. Um, yeah, especially that one part where he Freudian slipped all over the place. That one was just so perfect. When I was watching the video, I'm just saying, I bet he's gonna Freudian slip. I bet he's gonna Freudian slip. And part two, he does it. You know, he says probable instead of plausible.
It's on the Injustice for Most channel, Herm Girl.
Yes, if you go to the Inmendham channel, all the channels are listed there, so you can find a link there to the Injustice for Most. That's the good name, yeah. Yep. Well, almost all of them. What's missing? Oh yeah, well the one I never tell you about. And what other one? Let's see, what other channel? I know there's one missing. Oh yeah, the contest one. Yeah. No, do not guide. It's been destroyed. They killed it. Do over tube is there? No, it is. Must be. Yeah, well, whatever though. There's very little point in arguing so emphatically in videos about something so aggressively, very aggressive rhetoric, if you really aren't sure what you're saying. So to me, that's just as bogus as anything else to say. Well, I'm subject to it. I can change my mind. I could blah. Fuck that shit. Then shut your fucking mouth till you figure out which way your mind's going.
I liked how his whole thing was like, I didn't make YouTube videos to get told I'm wrong. Why are you on YouTube then?
Yeah, well, that's kind of funny. I didn't mean to argue with anybody. Yeah, I just didn't want to. I want to insult them, and I want them to insult me back. That's not right. God damn. Yeah, well, it's gone until I go through a 4-year process of suing YouTube or whatever it'll be. 19-year process. Whatever it'll take. So, that'll be this week's fun. Gotta get that complaint written.